This video is about new inventory, but it's also a shout out to my network because without them, I wouldn't be able to make this happen. Welcome back, everybody. It's MJ from Just Plain Fun, and we're going to look at some new stuff that I've gotten into the shop over the last about 3 or 4 days. You're going to see some parts I snagged off of the Can I Have It vintage tool site on Facebook. You're also going to see some Facebook Marketplace finds, including one where I kind of took a bit of a gamble. And I've even got some stuff I picked up at the flea market earlier today. But it's all about the network, because without the help of the folks in the tan tool community, I wouldn't be able to do this. Start with this Can I Have It find. If you're not familiar with Can I Have It, it's on Facebook. It's a tool group. It's an auction slash sales group, and you really need to get on there if you're somebody who's active on Facebook. If you're not active on Facebook, then so be it. And believe me, I completely understand. But I would not be able to do what I do if it wasn't for the contacts and the people that I meet and get to know on Facebook. So that's just a part of my life, and I appreciate the fact that you may not be a big fan. But here's what I got. I got this number 98. It is incomplete. As you can see, it's missing a blade. And this is the older style. We know it's older because it has a patent date right here. But also, there's no spot back here to attach the depth stop. Oh, in the B casting. So all of those are going to be indicators that this is the older style. I kind of tend to think that I have two options here. I can either drop a blade in this, which I'm fairly certain I have, and I can sell it as a complete tool, or I can sell off these parts and feel okay about that, because this is how it came to me. And the other part that I found on Can I Have It, from the same seller, of course, is this number 8 frog. And if you watch my shorts, which I realize that not all of you do, then you know that this is an extremely uncommon frog to find. So the type 5 through type 8, number 8 frogs are all compatible with each other. This one obviously being a type 8 with the B casting. And it did come to me with no yoke back here or no Y adjusting lever. But that's really no big deal because I literally probably have about 100 of those. So I'm going to put a yoke back on this. And then I'm either going to offer it to you fine folks watching on YouTube. Or if no takers, then I'll just go ahead and put it on eBay. Because these do sell for quite a pretty penny. And it's because of their relative scarcity. And on the topic of networking, there's a guy his Facebook handle is Antique ER, and I highly recommend that you check him out. And I think he's actually getting a YouTube channel going as well. But he hooked me up with all of these 147s and 148s. Well, most of them, maybe all of them except one. And every single one of these is a parts plane, because it either has a broken lever cap right here, it's missing a blade, sometimes both, or missing a couple blades, and the caps are good. But the point is, they're all parts planes, which means you can buy these parts. So if you happen to have a 147 or a 148 that's laying around, by all means, let me know. You can see this one's broken too, which is very common on these, which is how you end up with so many of these as parts planes. But incidentally, when I was at Bowling Green this past fall for the national meet, I had, there must have been at least half a dozen people that came up and asked about this. And unfortunately, at the time, I did not have any of these. But as you can see, now I do. So let's chat and let's get you hooked up so that we can get your plane working again. We're going to switch gears here for a minute and talk about these flea market finds. But I am going to save one of the flea market finds for last, because it really is something special. And I think you should stick around and check it out. So this 190 I picked up for one reason and one reason only. Okay, two reasons. One, because it has a good depth stop and screw, original screw. As you can see, it came to me with no blade and no lever cap, which is in a way unfortunate, but then at the same time, hey, I got good parts here that I can sell to somebody that needs them. But also, I actually have a customer in Missouri who may be able to use this 190 sole. Now, it does have some junk up here at the front that's going to have to be dealt with. I don't know what's lurking underneath that. But either way, I think I'm going to be able to find some homes for this one as a donor, and we're going to make some more planes complete. And I also managed to pick up this pretty decent Type 13 number 5 down there. And what I like about this one is that it's all complete. The lever cap doesn't have, you know, the chips that you see sometimes on the leading edge. So that's pretty decent. The blade is an original sweetheart. And then it's pretty flat. Now, I don't know, this may or may not come up clean. I think it probably will, with some elbow grease and some lapping. And the only downside, of course, is that the toad is broken. But I think what I'm probably going to do is I'm just going to drop a good toad on this, maybe even a repaired one, And I'm going to sell this to somebody as a project. And then I'm actually going to use this tote as part of the tote exchange program. So if that's something you're interested in, I'll send you 2 totes. You repair both of them, send one of them back to me. The only thing that it costs you is just the cost for return shipping. Now, getting back to this whole network thing, I've got a friend of mine who actually lives in a whole nother country, and he likes to peruse Facebook Marketplace and look for good deals on planes. And then the stuff that he doesn't want, he sends me the links. And this has been a really, really good source for some really good stuff for me. Because for whatever reason, he has more time to spend. I think he has downtime at work or something and can spend that searching Facebook Marketplace. So kudos to him. And these are both number 4.5s, which is the size that I just really kind of like anyway. Unfortunately, this one does have this little chip out right here. And that is really a killer for a lot of people. Now, if you're not one of those people and you don't mind that, you let me know. And we're going to get this thing back together. I can put a much better knob on it. I can put a better tote on it. And we can get this thing together if that's something that you're interested in. But short of that, if I don't find any takers, this is going to be a parts plane. But what's interesting about this one is it actually came with this lever cap right here. And if you're in the know, you see that says 2 1/4. As a matter of fact, how about this? Put your guess in. For those of you that, again, watch my shorts, you probably already know this. But yeah, that's off of a number 5.5. And it's got a clean leading edge. Well, of course, it doesn't belong with this 4.5. So this one's going immediately into the stock. And this one is going to sell for probably more than I paid for this whole plane, which, hey, that works for me. And then we got this little guy where the chip breaker is about the same length as the blade, which is pretty impressive. I'm always impressed when I see a blade that's been used up to that point. I mean, somebody absolutely loved this plane, because you don't keep sharpening an iron and keep using one down to that unless you really, really love your tools. This 4.5, on the other hand, it has even more potential because all of these are good. There's no chips or breaks. I didn't see any cracks in the casting. There is some light pitting on the sole, but honestly, I think most of that would lap out. And even what doesn't lap out, I mean, that's not going to hurt operation. So as long as that thing is relatively flat, which I think it is, I think this is going to be a good user right here. Now, this cap right here, ironically, you see that? If you can make that out, 418 and 422. If you know your planes, you know that this is actually from a Sergeant. And ironically enough, I just sold one of these caps to a gentleman up in Iowa recently. So this one is also going to go into the stock. And then I'm just going to find another cap to put on this in order to make it complete. And then what I'm going to do is I'm either going to sell it as is. Well, let me back up. I'm going to sell it with a much better tote, which I'm going to show you here in just a minute. And then I'll put a better knob on it. Maybe I'll knock the outer layer of rust off of this. But as you can see, I mean, this thing, it's going to take some work. But I know some of you guys out there, guys and gals, really enjoy that work. So let's work together and make that happen. This iron still has some pretty decent life left. It is an original Q logo. And of course, there is going to be some pitting underneath there. But hey, let's see how this thing is going to come up. Let me show you guys these totes real quick. This is actually more of that good networking stuff and some results from the tote exchange program. This one has been repaired. It's got a horn repair up here. And if you look real close and hold it just the right light, you can see the seam there. But overall, it's a pretty doggone good repair. That's my buddy Mark out in Oregon that actually did that one. And he did this one as well. So thanks a bunch, Mark. I really appreciate it. And these are some fantastic looking totes. And I would say that that's a pretty good match. So I think one of these is going to find its new home on this 4.5. And we're going to get this plane back into service. This is not a restoration video. And Lord knows there's plenty of those out here on YouTube. But I did knock off a little bit off of that. And if I hold it just right, you're going to see that there's one patent date back there. And then we've also got this B casting mark underneath the tote. So we're going to call this one a Type 8. What do you think? What do you think? That's a complete 4.5. Just needs some cleanup. You know, I always hesitate to pull parts from my inventory in order to make a plane good and complete again, because now I don't have those parts in inventory. But in this case, a 4.5, especially an older one like this, I mean, it's a desirable size. And this thing is I think it's going to make a pretty good user for somebody. I got a good expertly repaired tote on there. Found a pretty decent knob to match it. Now, unfortunately, sad face, I did not have a B casting lever cap. I just sent like 4 or 5 lever caps out to California earlier this week, and I think one of them might have been a B casting. And that's okay, because this is still the right style. It's longer down here. And I did run the blade across the brass-coated wire wheel. And I do think that it's probably going to be savable there. But long story short, if you're looking for an older 4.5 to either fill a spot in the collection or you want to restore this, we should definitely chat. All right, folks, lock in your guesses. What do you think this is before I unpack it? Got your guess? We're going to set this one aside because this is amazing. And we're going to go ahead and open this one real quick. If you guessed that it was a router plane, give yourself 1 point. If you guessed that it was a number 71, subtract a quarter point or something, because it is a number 67. It's a Miller's Falls. And this was another pickup off of Facebook Marketplace, but it's also another one that was a result of good networking, because my friend Jacob, aka Antique ER, is the one who put me onto this one. And I mean, what a beauty. And how often do you see him with not one, but two fences? And it's really interesting because I think this is probably an older Miller's Falls number 67, because those fences, I've never seen them quite like that before. So I have to believe that's older. I might have to check just the plain facts and see if there's some info on there. It's not complete. Unfortunately, the foot is missing here. And honestly, that's okay, because I'm pretty sure a Stanley one will work there. But it is also missing the collar. And I'm pretty sure a Stanley one will work there as well. However, these threads, I know for sure from past experience, are different from the Stanley ones. And so this, unfortunately, is not compatible. So I'm going to have to probably find another one of these if I want to make this complete. Or what I might do is I might just turn this over to a Miller's Falls fan. Maybe somebody who has a parts plane and needs a good sole. Now, I am going to keep one of these fences because I'm going to keep that in my inventory for the next time somebody needs one. But all in all, still an outstanding pickup. And I still haven't showed you what's in this little guy. And this is what parts guys actually fantasize about. We dream about it. It gets us salivating. I mean, look at that. That's an even bigger haul than the one that I got just a few weeks ago. I mean, who even collects that many irons to go with their router plane? Who does that? But you know what? Whoever it is, I love them for it. And full disclosure, back in 1986, this might have been $5.80. But if you want to get one of these irons from me, you're going to have to account for inflation. Around here, we always save the best for last. And check this one out. This is the other one from the flea market today. Look at that. I can't even get the whole thing in the frame at once, because this is a 14-inch draw knife. How awesome is that? Man, I'm tempted to just keep this thing. But check that thing out. I mean, it's got good tight handles on both sides. Got the old USA, because this is actually Winstead Edge Tools, or Winstead Edge Toolworks, out of Winstead, Connecticut. I mean, it does have the little ding right there, but I mean, honestly, that's not even going to make a difference. This thing can definitely be returned to service. Lots of blade life left, and we do have some, what might be some pitting back here, but honestly, on a draw knife, that ain't going to hurt nothing. I mean, this thing is going to clean up real nice, and a good 14-inch draw knife. You cannot beat that. Quick shout out to all the JPF patrons. Y'all are an integral part of that network that I've been talking about, and I appreciate you.